8 years salary for a house? Oh my god, welcome to Australia's wealth trap, guys. That's right, guys, it takes 8 years of your life gone just to qualify for your first home purchase in Australia. That's right, guys, it now takes 8 years of your full-time income to afford an average Australian home. And in Sydney, my local backyard, it's over 10 years. And that's before tax, before stamp duty, before you even bought your curtains. Welcome to Australia, guys, where average house in Australia will cost your youth, and the mobs in Canberra, they don't give a F. So in this episode of That Property Roast, we're going to break down the AHURI report, which stands for the Australian Housing and Urban Research Institute. And this report shows that Aussie homes now cost 8 times your salary, and what that actually means for renters, first home buyers, and smart investors like yourself. We'll also talk about the real drivers behind this affordability illusion, why wages are fake progress, and what investors need to know about this crisis at the moment, and also how to use this chaos to your advantage without being a parasite. Because guys, this just ain't a headline, it's a roadmap to class division. So if you're ready for this video, let's unpack it. Firstly, guys, the numbers don't lie. They don't tell the whole truth either. According to the AHURI report, Sydney's average house price is $1.12 million. And according to the pool of income that they've averaged, it will take 10.2 years of your salary just to be able to afford to buy that property. Now, in Melbourne, the average house price is $875,000. The report says it takes 9.1 years of your salary to save up for that deposit to get into that pocket. So basically, guys, just to wind back what I just said, so you understand what the report says, it means it takes that X amount of years to save that much to get that average house price in that state. Now in Brisbane, guys, the average house price is $800,000. It will take 8.5 years of your income or your combined income of your spouse to save up for that deposit. Now again, guys, this report is about a 20% deposit, and I know a lot of you out there be like, hey Q, we can use a 5% deposit, we can use a 10% deposit, or we can go under the first home guarantee scheme and apply for 95% with no mortgage insurance. I know that, but this report is a strong indication of how unaffordably is affecting Australia's housing market. And you know what, for those who go, oh yeah, I can go on the scheme, well what if you're earning over $125,000 as a single applicant? Or what if you're earning over $200,000 as a combined applicant? You don't qualify for the goddamn scheme. And also, what if you're not a first home buyer anymore? Maybe you bought a property like 8 years ago for your dad because he couldn't afford the property and he put you on title. Sucked in. So this report is very relevant if you're sitting back crossing your arms and go, I don't agree with what you're saying, Q. Anyway, back to the report. And according to the report, in terms of national average, it's about $785,000 to buy a home. And from that report, it will take an average of 8 years of saving just to get into that market at 20% deposit. Now, to quote AHRI lead researcher, they say, quote, this is the highest affordability pressure in a generation. End quote. Now, of course, to counter this, to offer a balanced view, the Real Estate Institute of Australia says, quote, it's still possible with discipline and dual incomes, end quote. And guys, this is my take. Like, yeah, right, Real Estate Institute of Australia, like it's technically possible to swim from Bondi to New Zealand, right? But it doesn't mean you need to. But how many people can do that? Maybe 1%? What about the 98% of the people out there? Like, what I'm trying to say to you guys is the average Aussie now needs a decade of gross income just to show up to the property party. And even then, guys, there's no beer left. It's done. And you know what I'm talking about. Secondly, guys, wages are up, but property is still winning the race by a mile. What I mean by that is wages grew by 4.1% last year. Like, this is the highest since 2009. But property, in 2021 alone, national home values rose by 25%. And even with the 2022 dip, we're now right back at record highs in 2025 according to CoreLogic RP data. Because according to them, the head researcher, they said, quote, property prices rebound faster than expected post rate hikes, end quote. But to offer more reassurance for those who are like, oh my god, I can't get into the market at the moment, according to the Australian Chamber of Commerce, they say, quote, higher wages are improving borrowing capacity slowly, end quote. So guys, this is my opinion. It's like giving a three-legged dog a Red Bull and expecting it to outrun a Ferrari. Like, what I'm trying to say is wages aren't catching up, guys. And that's the real issue, and that's screwing up a lot of young Aussies' property ownership dreams. Thirdly, guys, it's not just demand, it's a rigged supply system. Because this is the real structural truth. Right now in 2025 and also in the next 3 years up to 2028, there will be a chronic undersupply. According to NHFIC, which if I have a look at what they stand for, which stands for, I have to look away, the National Housing Finance and Investment Corporation, what a mouthful. They say we're 100,000 homes short over the next 5 years. And on top of that, we have the planning bottlenecks. Like, for example, it takes up to 5 to 7 years to get a medium density property approved in Sydney at the moment. And in terms of demographic, guys, smaller households, aging population, more renters, what does that equal? That's a formula for higher demand, guys. And to support my view, to quote the Urban Task Force Australia, they say, quote, red tape and NIMBYism, which is not in my backyard, mate, have strangled supply, end quote. But then to counter that, Housing Industry Association says, quote, the market is adjusting. Give it time, end quote. Well, you know, Housing Industry Association? No. Like, a lot of my clients I've been working with, they've been waiting since 2008. Like, what I'm trying to say is, think about it, guys. The system isn't broken. I think the system is working exactly as it's designed, like it's rigged to benefit the rich and the mobs in Canberra. Fourthly, guys, what smart investors like you or my clients should do right now with this data. Like, what I'm talking about right now is, let's stop crying and stop playing the victim card. Like, let's start planning. Like, for example, if it takes 8 years of your salary to buy a home, that only tells us one thing. Housing is no longer an income-based market. It's a wealth-based one. Which means, guys, people with equity, family money, or early-in moves, which means they bought earlier, will keep winning, guys.
Oh, thanks, man.
Like, this is the evergreen truth. And for those renters and late starters, they need a strategy right now and not just negative emotion like, oh, blame the government, blame this, blame that, oh, blame the whole world except me. Because right now, smart investors like my clients are really tapping into this opportunity scarcity. Because according to Property Investment Professionals of Australia, they say, quote, we're in a structural shortage. Long-term investors will be rewarded, end quote. And amongst that, we always have the bloody oppositions who want to continue the poverty curse in our family. Like, for example, the Greens. Like, one of their spokesmen said, quote, investors are driving up prices and need to be taxed out, end quote. And guys, this boils my blood. This is my savage take. Hating on investors won't fix undersupply. It'll just scare the ones like us and those who are watching this video who actually provide rental stock. And right now, we need builders. We need to encourage builders. We need to encourage the environment of investing into this market. And we don't need these Greens doomsayers mobs, right? Oh, you're propping up the property market. You're speculating, you're gambling on the market. Every party should have more than 2 investment properties. Yeah, whatever, guys. Get lost. And fifthly, guys, these are the tactical moves for millennials and Gen Z investors that are watching this. And these are the tips I'm telling my clients right now. So make sure you write it down. Number 1, guys, let me throw on a checklist over here, guys. Okay, number 1, don't chase cheap. I want you to buy quality scarcity, like close to jobs, a lifestyle, and infrastructure. Number 3, guys, not a financial advice, but this is what most of my clients are doing. Buy duplexes, buy houses with granny flats. Think of any property that you can do co-living strategy, like rooming, housing. And now obviously not too much, because then the council will say, hey, you're doing a boarding house, we're going to slap you with a fine. And also on top of these tips in this checklist, also consider buying in trust structures, so that you can buy more properties with a limited income. Also think about debt recycling, especially for those of you guys or those boomers or those old gens, millennials who have a lot of money in your offset account, or you paid a lot of your money down in your own occupy. Maybe it's time to recycle that debt and make it more tax deductible. Because remember, guys, you need to protect your tax position. Don't rely on the ATO to protect that for you, because they don't give a crap. And lastly, guys, in terms of this list of checklist of tips, if you have super, again, not financial advice, maybe you should explore buying under a SMSF, a self-managed super fund. Because right now, in terms of all these strategies that I mentioned, none of them is about flipping properties. It's about buying, accumulating, and holding. Like, what I'm trying to say is, I want you to build a moat around you while the rest of the country is stuck in a ditch. And if you watch this far, guys, kudos to you, because right now here comes the property roast. The mobs in Canberra, they'll tell you, oh, we're tackling affordability. But they're also giving permanent residency to thousands of migrants that are coming to our shores, which are right now increasing the demand with limited supply. And don't get me started on the media. Every day they're selling tank one day, and the next day, boom, headlines. Oh, I read an article, like some buyer's agent bought 18 properties. Like, what? Like 18 properties on what? 45,000 in income? That is BS. So yeah, guys, that's my rant, and this is my closing perspective. Yes, it might take 8 years of income to buy a home, But that doesn't mean you have to wait 8 years to plan your wealth strategy. If there's anything you got out of this video, I actually want you to take action right now. So this is the opportunity that I'm offering you. Either book a 15-minute strategy call or a 60-minute deep dive with me for me to create a holistic lending solution, a game plan that you can take home right now so that you can strategize what deposit I need to get into a property that I can afford right now and not in bloody 8 years. Because remember guys, the more you wait, the more the market is moving south. And you know what? You'll be the one left with your panties on.
Tonight, I'm tearing these out with my teeth like an old school cartoon billy goat.
Anyway guys, if you're not ready, just hit the like button on this video, hit the follow button and smash the share button. Share this to your mate because knowledge is power. And remember, this channel, we want you to end the generational poverty curse in your family and grow generational wealth. And until next time guys, thank you for watching another episode of That Property Roast, and I'll see you in the next few days.